Welcome.
What is going on, people? You know what time it is. It's time for the Tap Out Show. I am your host, Chili Will, and I got a crew. It ain't just me, it's another two. Why do I always rhyme when I say that? It's fun. That's why. But all right, who's ready to see our guest, man? Our guest host. We got my man, 40 grand, Jake the Snake. What it is, bro?
What's good? I was about to hop in here and call you a dick, but then I saw you got drops. I like that. That's fun.
Gotta have some drops, bro. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's neat. That was fun. That's gonna make.
I wish I had a dope drop from my man Wu-Tang here, but it'll probably take me too long to find a good one. So let's just get my man in here, man. Wu-Tang Trend.
Yo. For you virgins, it's the tap out. But for me,
yes,
I'm tapping in.
You're tapping in?
I'm tapping in.
Tap out. All right, somebody. Yeah, we just had a viewer, then they bounced. Okay, now they're coming back. What up, people? Talk to us. Somebody tag everyone. Too damn busy for all that. But yeah, man, we got a whole show for you today. We're gonna talk about the preview for UFC 305. Also, we have some UFC 306 and 307 announcements. And I should have watched more boxing recently, but I didn't. So not a lot of boxing news. We'll say that for the next show. But yeah, fellas, how y'all been?
Good.
That's what's up. So Jake, take it away. You black screen bandit.
Black screen bandit. Nice. Yeah, no, 305.
What up, Dale?
I think we've had a few cards this year that have been lackluster, some fun, some cool, great shows. Even fight night's been pretty good. But this fight card's shaping up to be
sucked.
Oh, absolutely. But this one's shaping up to be pretty nice. There's some, faces that we haven't seen in a while, like the Leech is coming back on the main card. Tuivasa's trying to break a losing streak. Rosenstruck's trying to get himself back into the heavyweight big picture. Gamrot's trying to go after a championship. I mean, the stories on this card's just pretty much all around fun. I can't wait to see it. I don't really have any fights to look out for, but the main card is set to start at 10 o'clock our time in Perth. And all the fighters absolutely hate that when they go out of country, they still go by American time because they fight at all different times of the world, and it sucks for them. But hey, that's our the American way. Apparently, Dana White goes.
Sucks to suck.
But the main card starts off with the Leech versus Carlos Pratas. Heavyweight fight: Tai Tuivasa versus Jairzinho Rosenstruck. Lightweight: Gamrot versus Dan Hooker. Flyweight, which is also a title eliminator between Kai Kara France and Steve Erceg. And Steve Erceg's just coming off of a title fight against Alexander Pantoja, so we're seeing if he's going to try to get a rematch after this fight. And then the one fight that we're all looking forward to, that this card's entirely built around, DDP versus the Last Stylebender.
Yo, they don't even give Kai a picture. What's good?
That's kind of...
There he is.
Oh, there we go. About to say, because Kara France has been one of the predominant flyweights for years.
Disrespected this man.
Yeah, what's up? You guys got any out of this main card with these 5 fights, besides the main event, obviously? Any of these fights you're looking forward to, you really want to see?
Anytime Tuivasa straps up, I'm ready to watch. He throws haymakers.
Because someone's either getting knocked out or he's getting put down.
Yeah, well, either one, yeah. He's the underdog, too. Wow.
It's crazy, but Rosenstruck's
How's he the
been on an
underdog but
absolute
rated
tear
higher?
lately.
Explain this.
I know, right?
Rank 10, rank 12.
Man, he was another like top prospect too. Rosenstreet.
Yeah, Rosenstruck. Both of these dudes. These dudes are both like the Alexander the Pretty Goods.
Yeah.
They were supposed to be great, but they never did.
But like just like everybody else,
Yeah,
I know
Rosenstreet. It's kind of funny
it?
though because he came into the UFC. He came into the UFC undefeated, had a couple of good fights, and then he ran into Francis Ngannou and got absolutely destroyed. And then he went on a bad losing path, and here there wins. But his last fight, he made the guy tap out just from punches. So I mean, he can reacclimate himself and get back to decency within the heavyweight division if he can beat Tuivasa. But then again, it's not really that big of a win because Tuivasa's on like a 4-fight losing streak, I think. Yeah, 4.
20
they were
seconds.
all by.
He got
No,
smoked.
there's a submission.
Jeez, he got smoked in 20 seconds. That's rough.
Yeah,
Who won this fight?
Wait, the Francis fight?
Yeah, the Francis fight. He died in 20 seconds. Who won this fight though between him and Overeem?
I don't think it happened. Oh no, he won by. He beat him. It took 5 rounds, but he beat him by a knockout.
What, 4 seconds?
It might have been the fight. Was that
Seriously,
the fight?
buzzer beater.
Was that? I'm thinking. Was that the fight? Overeem had his lip blown up.
No, Francis did that to him.
Okay.
Dude, I've never seen whiplash like that. When Francis hit him,
it was insane.
His soul left. It was like when the monk hit Hulk. Just hit him in the chest and his fucking soul left his body. Like, that's how hard he hit him. It's crazy.
Was that fight against Francis his retirement fight too? Did that end Overeem?
No, he stuck around for a little bit after that.
No, they straight up cut Overeem.
Right?
That's true.
After that,
fight was in 2020.
He fought after that though, didn't he?
He did, but they ended up cutting him.
Yeah, then they cut him. Yeah.
They cut him. They cut him around the same time they cut Yoel Romero.
Yeah. Gamrot versus Hooker. This could be fun.
That's the one that I'm looking forward to. I think it's going to be insane because anytime Dan Hooker gets in there, it's a slugfest.
Man, our boy Hooker got all tatted up.
Yeah, I'm like, is this the same dude that I remember? That's not who.
Yeah, there was a before and after photo of him going into his last fight versus this fight. His last fight, he had absolutely no tattoos, none whatsoever. Going into this fight, he's covered everywhere.
Yeah, aggressive.
I think it was a midlife crisis. He is 34. It makes sense.
He just got the bread and finally feeling himself.
Well, yeah, his gym got saved. Adesanya saved their gym.
That'll do it.
But yeah, other than that, the fight's looking good. Like I said, it's in Perth. You've got the storyline between Duplessis and Adesanya. This stems back years. I don't remember. Let's see. It was back when he was still the champ. At least 2022 is when this started going on, and the biggest part of the rivalry started when words were exchanged between the two, and I think they were taken a little bit out of context, in my opinion, because Duplessis' words verbatim, I think, were he was the first champion born from Africa. And I think it all rubbed everybody else the wrong way because he said, I'm the first real African champion. And it rubbed everyone the wrong way. And I get it because it
was purpose. He did it on purpose, though. He wanted it to rub people the wrong way. That was the point of him saying it.
And that's why he's somewhat making more money than he would be.
Right. It was a great.
You start controversy, it creates cash. Controversy creates cash.
It also was factually accurate. So he basically told the truth, he knew it would piss people off. And also, Israel took it fine. He wasn't upset or mad about it. He thought it was hilarious. And
the thing that I don't like
he hopped
about
in the ring after.
Go ahead.
Then he hopped in the ring after.
I disagree with.
Yeah. What?
That should not happen. If you are the champion, your challenger should come into the ring. If you're the champion, you should never go in the ring.
Yeah,
you should never show your ass and belittle yourself to the challenger. You always wait. You make the bitch come to you if you're the champ.
But at the end of the day, promotion is promotion. You can say what you're trying to say, Jake, but that's, again, one of those fantasy world things. In the real world, you got to sell the fight, and that was a good move to sell the fight. So all this macho stuff you talk about, I don't really care about that. What he did was accurately, like, the right move to do for the fight. It's part of what started all this. In fact, they probably should have fought way before this, considering when he did that was a while back now.
But if they fought back then, would it generate that much hype, though? You know what I mean?
I mean, maybe, but like that's when the whole thing happened. So it's like, if you're going to build the momentum, you kind of should strike on the momentum you built. They kind of waited after that.
You're right, but there's still just as momentum as there is now from then because of what all had transpired.
The crying
Duplessis was on a roll. The Plessis was going insane, but he was fighting too much, kind of like Israel was, and he ended up getting
Israel
hurt.
Also is less than when this whole moment happened.
Yeah, but he had. You're right. So, but the thing is, Israel, even with these losses that he's obtained through Pereira and Strickland, he's still very, a believable person to where he can't. Yeah, he cannot be. You can't. You're going to be scared of the guy because he's that good. No. He was injured.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's two different points, though. We're not saying that Israel isn't still fucking super dangerous. No, he is. The problem, what I'm saying is that just they missed the hype on this. Now they kind of drummed up some more with the crying thing they just did, but it's a little late too. But people are gonna watch. But I just think, I think they missed the opportunity. Israel should have fought him closer to when that whole thing happened, and whether he's still dangerous or not, we've seen him bleed now. Drago's bled now, so like it's not gonna hold the same weight. But the whole Battle of Africa, this is gonna be fun.
I'm surprised it's not like in Joe.
Jesse, the press conference.
They should have fought exactly where Rumble in the Jungle was.
Manila?
Yeah. To like basically, it's another like ginormous fight like in that area, that in the same spot. That'd have been great, but you're right. They probably should have fought somewhere in South Africa, right?
Yeah, that's where I was thinking that it was going to end up going.
I mean, it's the battle for Africa, the way they've been talking, so you might as well, right? Like, but
pretty much. But yeah, no, the presser was pretty entertaining. They were definitely trying to get these two to go at each other's throats, but at the same time, they were already kind of doing it. They didn't need the media hype to try to like get them to start going because Adesanya already likes throwing jabs. Duplessis likes, retaliating with it. And there was this one point where I sent Will the video. He can put it up and play it whenever he wants. This one caught me off guard because it's an old storyline, but it was absolutely hilarious, and Duplessis hopped on it, and it was hilarious. And if Will hasn't seen this yet, I think it's going to make him pop. I feel like you had to have seen it already.
When did I become the underdog?
It's a pick 'em. It's very.
Nobody said anything about dogs, bro. Chill out.
I said that. Better shut the fuck up before I go get my coach's taser as well. Tase your balls. When did I become the underdog?
These two are weird.
His trash talk been slipping, man.
You said what?
I feel like
it is.
Is his trash talk been slipping?
I don't see. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't think it was ever good. Like I think we overrated it because of how good he was. But he's always been the cringiest shit talker that I've ever seen. Like it's always been super cringe. Now we all liked it, and he held his own because he'd go in the ring and back the shit up every time. Mm-hmm. But in terms of the actual shit talk, when have you ever heard him say like something like hilarious or a good ball? It's usually just like, like it's kind of cringy, and we're like, we know though once he gets in the ring, he gonna handle his. So
I still remember the Elsa.
It's just some weird.
You're right. The Elsa one, the Elsa one was kind of funny.
But yeah, no, it caught me off guard because he was like, "We'll become an underdog," and Duplessis was like, "Bro, no one's talking about dogs. Chill out." I fucking lost it. I'm like,
What up,
fucking,
Diggs?
that's a pickup from Strickland.
It sounds like a weak attempt at what at Chael telling the story about what's his name petting a bus like it was an animal. Yo, Chael's the GOAT. I don't think people realize Chael really is the GOAT of shit talking, low key. Chael's the best.
Absolutely. The way he fucking got he went after Tito's wife in that press conference for Bellator was wild.
No, he said, did he say he tried to feed it with a carrot?
He tried to feed it a carrot. He said he saw a bus and tried to feed. Yo, I gotta pull that up. I'm sorry, I gotta watch that shit right now. We're gonna take a break from the show to watch this because that shit's one of my favorite things of all time. Hold on, folks. Sorry.
No, he didn't have the best records, man, but he did talk his way into some fights.
Oh yeah, no, he was. You had to watch him fight because of the outrageous shit he was saying on a regular basis.
I was about to. So, if you guys had to watch a trash talk battle, who would win? Is it Chael or is it Bisping?
It's not even
it'd be
kind of
entertaining
close.
to watch.
No. It will be entertaining because Bisping sounds funny when he speaks, but I'm gonna show you right now why it's not close. He would get smoked so bad. Chael is a different human being with this shit.
I was in Las Vegas when the Nogueira brothers first touched down in America. There was a bus this is a true story. There was a bus that pulled up to a red light, and Little Nog tried to feed it a carrot while Big Nog was petting it. He thought it was a horse. This really happened. Do you believe me that happened?
Not really.
He tried to feed a bus a carrot, and now you're telling me that country has computers? I didn't know that. I did not know that.
When's the last time you went to Brazil?
I was just there.
Right. Will you be in Brazil with Yushin when he fights Anderson?
Do you remember when I said he fed the bus a carrot? Were you even listening? Is this thing on? Is this on? And then the other one was petting the bus, saying, "Whoa, big fella." He thought it was a horse. And now you're telling me they have computers in Brazil? That's crazy to me. What was your question?
What was your question?
He had a straight face.
He said, "Were you listening when I said he was petting a bus? He tried to feed it a carrot." Yo, Chael's out of his
I hear Chael.
mind, bro.
I hear Chael's voice, and his delivery is like the voice of Seinfeld. It's hilarious.
It's just so good. Because he believes everything he's saying when he's saying it, despite it being full of shit.
Like I said, he had the one-liner against Tito when they did their Bellator fight. When he's like, "The only person that I've ever seen make money off their mouth is your wife." I'm like, "Holy fuck!"
Yeah, that's what he gets. He gets slimy, and then didn't he beat him?
No, he lost.
He lost.
No, he ended up losing.
Some of his that's the other funny part. Some of his worst shit talks. He goes out and loses, but he's not like a bitch. He can fight, bro. Like the Silva fight made Chael Sonnen, and he backed it up. Yeah, and that one he definitely did. You're right there.
He was close, but he was also he also got popped for a bad drug test that time, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey man, Chael's just in it for the cash, bro.
Chael's a lightning bug,
honestly.
But he also did love the sport, and he loved once he realized he could become a villain, he was like, "Oh yeah, he got into a whole new element." All right, do we care about any of these other fights at all?
The only one that I think is anything even to look at might even be Casey O'Neal's fight. Other than that, not really.
Ricky Glenn going out again versus Song Keenan.
What the fuck?
Song Keenan? That last name.
Kanan?
Was he adopted? No.
Nah,
Tom Nolan. Kanan. Alex Reyes.
China and Brazil make a baby.
Jack Jenkins, Herbert Burns.
Ooh, Herbert Burns is fighting. That's fun.
I
think that's Gilbert's brother.
Yeah, I know, right? He from Fallout. Then we got Casey O'Neal. And did you say that the only fight early that you would want to watch was the women?
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know, but you know that's the thing though. That's the beautiful thing about these undercard fights. Some of them end up being bangers because you don't know who the hell they are.
Oh, this Tafa Walker fight might be fun.
Hey, go back. Let me see that other name. Culibao.
Culibao. Josh Culibao.
Bow.
And he's Australian. I didn't see that coming.
Asian Australian.
Bro, but like also
I'd say he looks like one of the.
Yeah, like the name isn't Asian though.
Bow's Asian.
I guess Bao.
Bao?
Culibao.
Bow?
He's probably Filipino. I don't know.
Yeah, it checks out. But Filipino Australian. That man got lost in translation. Junior Tafa versus Walter Walker. We got Lee, you're aggressive.
Leech.
Yo, both of these dudes got faces, man. It's gonna be all right.
Leech.
Damn, he's
Leech
a
by
big
submission.
underdog. Lee's a big underdog, though.
Looks like a Dynasty Warrior character.
He really does. That's racist. Tai Tuivasa versus Rosenstruck.
Edward!
Do we believe Edward? Do we believe he should be that much of an underdog?
How much is it?
He's plus 190.
It probably depends on who won
that's fair.
Previously.
He lost his last fight, and Rosenstruck won his. So
Yeah,
he lost the last. Yeah. Tuivasa lost 4 in a row, and Rosenstruck.
Oh, it's 4 in a row. Damn, Bam.
Yeah.
Damn, Bam. Yeah, he's been getting knuckled.
Bobby Knuckles.
Yeah, you can't be doing all them fucking shoeies, man.
Yeah, coming off of like what Mike said, he went on a 5-fight win streak, became a really like tough prospect. I think got ranked all the way up to like anywhere from 3 to 5. I forgot which one. And then he lost to Cyril Gane, Sergey Pavlovich, Volkov, and then Tybura. I mean, it was horrible.
But man, he fell far from beating Lewis, and then Lewis has actually he had a nice little run after that loss. I feel like. Oh no, he lost here. I feel like he lost to Almeida.
He held his own against the wrestler, though.
Man, it's been rough for Lewis too.
Yeah, he went on his run and got his fight against Cormier, and then went back down to nothing.
What is he? 2-4 in his last 5 fights? Yikes! Last 6 fights.
He started losing weight. He said he started losing weight, and he got that 6-pack, and it didn't do nothing besides
with that sixer. He showed up with that sixer, and we were like, "What?"
Bro, that threw us all off. I was like, "Will, he's here with a 6-pack." I watched a press conference, and you were like, Derek Lewis doesn't have a 6-pack, and we saw the picture. You're like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, it didn't make any sense. Fat man beyond.
It makes me think I can do it.
You know, dream big.
So we're gonna do some picks for the main card.
Do it.
Him telling me to hold on. Oh, okay. I got the Leech by submission round 2.
Oh.
You don't have to put a round on it. I just did it for that fight only.
What y'all got? You got what you got, Mike?
Oof. I don't know, man. I don't know. The Leech, he's not really consistent, so I don't know. And he's on like a 2-year layoff. So
good.
Yeah, I don't know. I might have to go with Carlos.
Oh wow, you're right.
All right. Yeah, I'll ride with Carlos as well.
I did not know that. Thank you for updating that. I did not know he has not fought since September.
Yeah, the last card. The last time he fought was on that card. It got reshuffled because the Kamzat didn't make weight.
That's right.
Yeah, he ended up fighting. Was it Daniel Rodriguez?
Rodriguez.
Yeah. So originally he was supposed to fight. Who was it? I think it was Tony Ferguson. He was supposed to fight Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, because Diaz was supposed to fight Chimaev,
Mhm.
and then Ferguson was supposed to fight. I forgot how it all went. I got the card up, but it's too much to read. I'm gonna be honest.
But yeah, him not making weight, reshuffle all that. So
That card ended up being a lot better though because of the shuffle.
yeah, I feel like the Ferguson versus Diaz should have happened from the get go, but whatever.
Yes. Will, who do you got? I forgot what you said. You said Carlos.
Yeah. Los.
All right.
Carlos.
Tuivasa. My bad. Tuivasa and Rosenstruck.
Ooh.
Tui for the upset. Despite him basically being on the verge of retirement at this point.
The card's shaping up. History in the card's shaping up for it to be a Rosenstruck win. This is a hometown guy who always ends up losing at home. This is a guy that's on a 4-fight losing streak. I think Rosenstruck's going to knock him out.
Probably, but I'm riding.
I'm going with Tuivasa. I'm going with
Tui!
with the
For
shoey.
the shoey. Next up is
Shoey time.
Mateus Gamrot versus Dan Hangman Hooker.
Oh, man. The number 11's fighting the number 5.
Yeah, I'm going with the upset again.
Yeah,
The hook, man.
Gamrot wants a title shot. Dan Hooker thinks if he wins this, he's got a chance at the title fight. I think he's going to absolutely get smashed by Islam if that ever happens again. But yeah, I'm going to go with Hooker just because I never pick against him, even though he always disappoints.
I'm going with Gamrot.
Hooker.
Hooker. Oh, okay. Super Hooker.
The
upset.
co-main, Kai Kara-France versus Steve Ursay. Kara-France still doesn't have a picture.
I'm going with Kai.
There we go. Nice.
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna also go with Kai, but he doesn't have a picture.
Disgusting.
I'm also going to go with Kara-France. I think Steve Ursay, he got a title shot when he was ranked like 11th or 9th. And he did well in the fight, but I think they just threw him in there because they had no other flyweights to go with. So I think Kara-France is just more skilled than him, and I think he's going to win it. And then the main event. Do you have a drop for that, or do I just say it?
Oh, I'm going with Duplessis.
Hey, wait for the drop, man.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
It's a drop.
I didn't know either.
Yeah, I was waiting for Will to do a drop since the main event.
Yeah, I didn't have one keyed up. Sorry, guys.
Oh, all good. All right, main event.
Opportunity
DDP versus Adesanya.
DDP for me.
I think Izzy's losing the edge, but I'm still gonna pick him for this fight.
I say
Here's that take
Duplessis by decision. I think it's gonna go distance.
Here goes that take that Will's gonna destroy me on. I think Dracus Duplessis has one of the best chances to become. I'm not even gonna phrase it like that. I think Duplessis could possibly go down as one of the best middleweights ever if he continues on the trajectory that he's going on. I'm going with Duplessis in this fight.
Yeah, cool.
See? And the only reason I say that is because he's an all-around fighter. He can wrestle. He can stand. He's got cardio, and he does not get tired. If he will not get knocked out or submitted, he will always go the distance into decision-type fights. So you will never be able to fully get him out of the ring. So I think that's why he's going to be champion for a long time. And I think that's why he is
the get bored.
That I don't know if he'd be willing to lose that weight to go back down to middleweight, though.
He just better hope so. That's all I'm saying. He better hope that's what happens. That he just doesn't get bored. He wants to stay up there. Because if he comes down, he's going to end that streak. That boy different.
He
I'm
is
gonna make a name
100%.
for myself
We've got
today.
two for Duplessis and one for Adesanya. Those are our predictions. That's our fight card breakdown. What we have for you next is I'm going to make sure that there weren't any changes to 306. I'm going to do a double check, but as we know, this is the first UFC event happening at the Sphere. Dana White semi let the cat out of the. Sorry, my allergies are bugging me. Dana White semi let the cat out of the bag on Pat McAfee's show of what they're doing at the Sphere as something that they'd never seen before.
It's going to be so crazy.
They're going to be showing the entire Mexican fight history on the Sphere thingy above. So you're going to be able to see it's a whole show. It's a whole event that they're doing other than just the fights. I sent you two. I don't know if their picture's still anywhere. I sent the seating arrangement for the event, and I thought at first, seeing what the Sphere looked like and how they set it up and what was happening, that it'd look a little weird. But when I finally saw the seating chart, I'm like, there's not a bad seat in the house. It doesn't matter where you sit. You're going to have a good seat and you're going to be able to see everything. It's super cool, and I can't wait to just see like what the ambiance of the fight and everything ends up looking like when they finally get there. But 306 for I believe that's International Fight Week, correct?
Yeah.
It's,
Man, I feel like this should have been like the 300 card. You know what I mean? The venue.
And I 100% agree with you, Mike. I think that arena, the arena, the Sphere, everything about it, it's too fucking cool.
Yeah.
I love it. I want to eventually. I will go to Vegas, not to gamble or anything, but literally just to go look at that, because I think it's one of the coolest things in the United States right now.
Yeah,
but that card is shaped. It is. It's shaping up to be a great card. You got O'Malley versus Davishvili, Alexa Grasso and Shevchenko too to finally settle that score. Brian Ortega and Diego Lopez got rescheduled for that event. That's going to be fun. Rosas Jr., who Will gets excited to see when he fights, young up-and-comer. Irene Aldana and Norma Dumont's going to be fighting. O'Day Osborne's coming back for a fight. And I'm not sure yet. I'm not going to talk out my butt at them like I know what I'm talking about, but I'm pretty sure the tough finale fights are going to be on this card too. I could be wrong. They might be saving this for a fight night. But tough. Alexa Grasso versus Shevchenko. That season ends next week, and we're going to have the finals between, I believe it was middleweights and featherweights, and those are going to be on an upcoming card. It could be the pay-per-view or it could be the fight night afterwards. I'm not sure, though. They haven't announced it yet.
What fight are you folks most looking forward to that's coming up?
For this card only?
I mean, any card, but you can pick this card. This is the most recent one. It's going to be tomorrow, so.
I've already talked about that card, but if I'm talking about 306, Brian Ortega versus Diego Lopez, it was the one that I was looking forward to for 304, and we got gypped. So I'm looking forward to that one at 306.
Because he backed out, right? Lopez won, but he won in such easy fashion that he's already fighting again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so that.
Yeah, he barely took any damage because Dan Ige stepped up in 4 hours, which was insane.
Ige got smoked, but I appreciate him hopping off his couch, walking down the block and taking a fight against him. Yeah. Killer.
It was insane. They showed the text message between him and Dana, too. He was like, look, I'm down the street. I'm fight ready. I've already passed. I'm in USADA. Put me in the fight. And Dana was like, get your ass down here. If you make weight, you're in. It was insane.
That's what's up.
I'm already looking forward to it.
What about you, Mike? What fight are you looking forward to?
Well, he was telling you.
Pereira's next fight.
My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Khalil Rountree.
Yeah, anytime Pereira goes out, that's when I'm 100% locked in. He's the most fun fighter to watch right now.
Hella active, staying busy, dude. I love it.
Yeah, that's the best part. He's just like, he doesn't take it for granted because he had lost all of this. He had lost every bit of it and got it all back, and now he's just fucking living life, bro. They were talking about we probably heard it many times about his. They still haven't told anybody or showed anybody about this unique way of checking kicks that he's come up with. That's like a whole thing, and basically everyone that he shows then goes on to tell people about it, but won't show people because out of respect for the fact that it's this new thing he's doing. So I want to. That's when I'm watching him fight. Normally we just fall into like, all right, he's gonna knock somebody out, and that's usually what it ends up being. But also looking for things like this and hearing other people talk about him and how he trains and everything. Yeah, it gives you more. He's just a really fun fighter to watch right now. And man, it's that left hook the most dangerous thing in sports right now, isn't it?
Bro. Followed by that left kick.
Yeah, that's just like it's so stupid, that kick, because it comes out of it. Basically, it seems like he's going to throw a punch when he throws it. How could you possibly block
Thing
that?
is, he couldn't have done that. Was so smart, so game plan, so ready. End of round one, pieces him up, knocks him down. Prohaska's obviously still not fully there and out of it. He's expecting watch out for punches, and he comes out with a left kick for a complete knockout. It was unreal.
And the crazy thing is you could see it, like they were calling it out too. Like he was setting it up for so long. He set it up for so long that like he could have thrown it before he did and just didn't. He was just waiting. And
yeah,
it's almost like he wanted to see, like, can I end this fight without it? And then finally, like he wobbled them and the round ended. Then they came back. He was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just use it." And it was perfectly placed. Actually, he didn't even. It wasn't even full contact either. He just kind of like nibbed him. Like if he had actually caught him, he might still be asleep.
Well, yeah, like you said, because he had nibbed him. That's the reason that he broke his toe. Correct? Is that right?
Yeah, definitely broke his toe. He'll be all right though.
But yeah, they did. Dana White got on. It was either earlier today or late yesterday, and announced the 307 card, and we did get them to say what the title fight is. It's going to be Pereira versus Roundtree, and I think that this would. I don't know if Mike was messing with me or if he was being serious in the group chat. I think that this is going to be a standing fight because Roundtree's won four of his last fights by KO. And I think these two are just going to stand and bang. And Roundtree's no slouch. It's going to be a fun fight. I'm glad he's getting a title shot because I think after his last fight, me and Will had both agreed that, hey, he could be on the rise here soon.
You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. He better not stand with that, man.
Nah, he's got to stand with him. Nah, because he's a Muay Thai guy. His Muay Thai coaches are going to put shit in his head.
He's gonna, but he shouldn't.
Yeah, he's gonna. You're right.
He's gonna, but he shouldn't.
He shouldn't. But you know, I just think that he thinks his Muay Thai is high level. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you don't get to where he's gotten without believing in what you do. So obviously he's gonna go in there and do what he does best, and he's going to wake up and wonder why he chose that idea.
He's gonna get rocked, and then
that's about the same thing Prohaska did.
Right. It's not that they're not good fighters. It's just that this guy's different, man. He approaches it. It's like, I think it's funny that his go-to move is the left hook. I don't know if he's actually left-handed, but I assume he is. But like, it's like that left brain, right brain thing. He just sees the game different. He sees the fighting world different. His angles, like, I know it gets overplayed because it was like a cool moment, but even from like when he got the nut check and they were about to stop the fight, he was like, no. And it wasn't because like, oh my God, I don't need the time. I'm sure the nut check hurt. I'm sure it didn't feel great.
Yeah.
But he had already saw something and he was ready to unlock that shit right then. He was like, no, you're interfering. And then the next fucking thing he throws, night. Like,
and it's crazy because that
different.
Because that left hook is crazy because that left hook and the uppercut too, because I think the uppercut's what ended up getting Jamal really bad and the hook's what got Prohaska. He's orthodox. He's not even southpaw, so there's not much power behind it, but it's so quick because it's already right there that it just catches him so quick and hard that it just stuns him and it's done.
It's just, and I don't know how you avoid it because to fight him, you got to get to him. And I don't know if you can.
Yep.
How do you get in there? Who's going to do it?
Because he's not a small dude either. He's 6'4", and when he goes into those fights, he's at least 225. I
also don't think that if you gave him 5 more chances, Izzy would win twice. He might win 1 more. I think it's a bad matchup for him, but I think he got lucky. Not lucky. I think he played a game. I think he had to play the whole possum thing, and I think he had to do that to win. And I don't think that trick would work again.
No, that's why I think that interview that him and DC had, it was great. He was like, dude, I fought him 4 fucking times. I know how good he is.
Yeah. That's actually that's a fun combo. Who is it that do we see on the horizon that could possibly beat this man?
John Jones.
Is that what you think?
Yeah.
That'd be the only guy that
Tom Aspinall.
I think he puts Tom to sleep.
No, I think Tom.
I
would
think
fight
Tom's
smarter
so
than actually
massive.
Try to wrestle him.
I don't. That's the problem. You're right. That's what he should do. But I think Tom is so massive, and maybe he would be smart enough to just be like, no, I don't belong standing in there. But I think he would still try. I think everybody wants to try. See, he has that. He has that Connor factor where you're like, no, I can do it, and no, you can't, and you shouldn't.
Yeah, and that's the difference is though, Will, and why I think that he'd be possibly in the idea of wrestling him is because he's not coached just by a guy at a gym with a random coach. His dad's his coach, and they would come up with the best game plan to check his ego and would probably set up a wrestling type idea. Possibly, but at the same time, he probably might. Yeah.
The other part is that I don't even know that you have to be able to do it. Have we seen anybody ragdoll or like be able to just drop him whenever they want? No. You come in there, you liable to catch a knee on the way in. Like, it's not gonna be an easy task. And like you said, at 6'4" and that's the other thing. He's 6'4", but it's all limbs. His legs are long as shit. His arms are long as shit.
I mean, one of the criticism that people keep making is like, oh, he haven't gone against like a high wrestler or whatever. I'm just like, bro, you got to get up close to that dude. You know what I mean? You're taking a risk when you do that.
That's what I'm saying. Good luck. Like, don't get me wrong. Do I think that there's unbelievably like great wrestlers who have unbelievable technique and can get inside on anyone? Yes, there is. I just don't know that they're in his weight class.
Yeah.
That's the only problem.
And I think the only one that could have, and I know I give the dude a lot of shit because he's inactive and always gets out of fights, but if he was still in middleweight, the only guy that could probably maybe wrestle him, even though we saw him get humbled against Gilbert Burns, might have been Chimaev, and that was it. But he's not in middleweight anymore, so we won't see it.
Yeah, even him, though, like, right, at that weight class, he's probably the guy who would have the ability, the skill, and the power to try to do it.
Yeah.
You can't get in there, though. You still got to shoot.
Yes.
You still got to shoot on this man.
And that's when and if you try to shoot on him, you're opening yourself up to that uppercut or to the knee.
You're also shooting at fire hydrants of legs. Like, it's not. This isn't a small person.
Because he's not skinny like Izzy. He's got tree trunks for legs.
Right. So you get low on Izzy. Izzy has that front kick that can keep you back. Same thing with my man Sean O'Malley. They have that front kick that keeps you away. And they have to have that because they are skinny and pretty top heavy. And if you get to them, you can easily get those two guys down. It is not the same with Alex. I really don't know what people can do with this guy. I did not want to believe, and I've also never seen a guy go from, I fucking hate this guy, he's a villain, to like, you have to love him. It's unbelievable to watch. He's so humble, he's so chill, and he will put you in a coma if you fuck around. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who can beat him. Maybe Aspinall is possibly the best option at this point. The best of many not great options to beat this fighting style.
Mm-hmm.
But I think similarly
I
think similarly to the Izzy, it's going to take someone better at what he does to beat him. You're going to need a greater and stronger kickboxer, basically.
And how many of those are there in the UFC right now?
There's not. Good luck. Not happening.
Yeah.
You're going to have to go get somebody from where you went and got him. Yeah. You got to go get somebody who's purely a kickboxer.
I mean, think about it. That was the answer to, like, Izzy.
That's what I'm saying. Before. You had to go search and find for the answer to Izzy. And then when you found him, you're like, holy shit, actually, now you can't find the answer to him. So.
And it's funny. It's funny because I bring it up often. Yeah. Mike was talking about that in 2018.
Yeah. This dude. His sister. So.
Yeah, no, his sister is a beast too. They've been putting out videos of her too.
She also kickbox?
Yeah.
She's insane, dude.
And think about it, before them, it was Anderson Silva back in the day.
Yeah.
They I think like mainstream MMA fans have not been exposed to like high level kickboxing. I think we were deprived of that for whatever reason.
I honestly, it's almost kickboxing's fault though. because they're so confident and they love what they do. So they just don't leave. They just stay over there. They just stay in the kickboxing world, and they don't cross over enough into. They could come over and fuck shit up if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Their angles
That too,
are.
they could at least.
Go ahead.
They could too, because UFC Fight Pass, they open opportunities to anything. They've got one of those, I forgot what it was called, but they got a wrestling one, a predominant wrestling one, to where people are watching wrestling on the UFC Fight Pass. Kickboxing doesn't get on that.
Do you think it's because? Do you think that they don't cross over, Mike and Jake, because they don't? They just love what they do, and they don't want to have to. You can't just come over and be a kickboxer. Once you come over, you can start that way.
I mean, I could.
But you're gonna eventually need to be able to wrestle.
For me, I think it's like
it could be niche-y.
I think what it is like in a lot of places, it's like institutionalized too. I feel like because there's two types of like kickboxing that you see overseas. You got like the Muay Thai, the traditional Muay Thai,
right?
And then you got like that Dutch style kickboxing, like sports kickboxing too, like Eastern European, because that's like micro co-cop and whatnot.
Yeah, right.
And then you look at like the K1, that was like a league of its own too. You know what I mean?
Almost like a dirty boxing, there's different versions of it, but yeah, the kickboxing, man, listen, they should just cross. They should, all the great ones should basically cross over, do some wrestling training camps, and come take a shot at championships in UFC, because they could win, man. That kickboxing shit, you can stay on your feet. It's dangerous, man.
Well, Will, can I ask you an interesting question?
You've already determined that the question is interesting.
Let's take a 33, early 30s Daniel Cormier against Pereira. How do you think that fares?
He's too stubby and short. You got to get inside.
Yeah.
Now he has raw power, which is definitely going to help. But is his raw power? You got to be able to toss the guy around. You can't.
Well, we see that scenario played out with John Jones. It's the exact same scenario.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
He got beat the fuck up. it was looking bad.
So. Here's the thing, like Pereira is not an idiot. He's aware of like the wrestling and the ground game. He's not like he's not training that either,
No, and he keeps you at distances that make it like it's not even like, should I try it? He keeps you at distances that you're like, I can't even do it. So I might as well just try to fight the guy.
Yeah.
And then you wake up.
And that doesn't fare well either.
No, usually wakes up about 30 seconds later.
Yeah, he puts people in a situation where they just
Prohaska still wasn't.
Yeah, bro, Prohaska was in a bad way. Yeah. He rattled that man's brain.
He was. Like they even stared at each other for a minute. Poton looked at him, and he looked at him back, and then fell back over. He's seen a ghost.
Yeah. What you saying, Mike?
Oh no, I was just saying he kind of just puts people in this situation where they like start like panic fighting,
Yeah, and that's the other thing. He doesn't even aggressively walk you down. It's just slow and steady. Just whenever you try to get it like a extra step away from him, he makes sure he closes that gap, but also keeps you at his distance. It's just, obviously nobody's unbeatable. I don't think. Even Khabib, if he had stuck around long enough, somebody would have unlocked it. Yeah, but right now I don't see the guy. So if the guy is around, he better be training hard, whoever that guy is. But right now I don't see that there's a guy out there who can beat.
Man, if Usman's knees weren't fucked, him at middleweight maybe. Nope. He had the power.
Yeah, but he didn't have the chin.
Yeah, he did. The only time his chin got tested was when he got randomly caught with a kick.
Nah, that wasn't random. That wasn't random.
And it was a lucky kick. It was a buzzer beater in round 5 where Leon got his ass kicked the whole fight.
No. That part is true, but he set him up the entire fight for that kick, and then he got it.
It was a good feint. It was a very good feint.
It was also but he also set him up and then he turned the lights off. So
I'll entertain you, Jake. He got caught with a lucky kick. Now imagine he got caught with an accurate one by Pereira.
Right.
Like a cold calculated one.
Because it won't be lucky when Pereira kick you upside your head. It'll be aggressive. And
I'm trying to come up with welterweights, and he's not a welterweight. He was a middleweight at one point too.
It's because
you can't just have one fight at middleweight and be considered a middleweight.
And that's the other thing.
I'm just trying to think.
No, look, the other thing is reaching for welterweight is the wrong direction to go. If anyone's going to beat him, it's going to be a bigger man. No one is going to beat him if he gets to cut weight for a weigh-in and then put back, like basically be 220 when the fight starts. There's no middle welterweight that's going to beat him. It's just not fair.
Well, that's why my first rebuttal for the whole thing was Aspinall.
Aspinall, yeah. No, that's probably what I'm saying. That's probably the best available option. Is there anybody in any other league that you know of that maybe?
Man, because he tore through the kickboxing league too, man.
He's crazy. I hate the glaze.
Do you think that fucking 6'8" dude from PFL, Renee, whatever his name is, who's going against Francis soon at 6'8", would have any chances against him?
I don't know.
That'd be a heavyweight fight, though.
The only guy I saw him against was what's his name, Ryan Bader. So I can't really judge off of that one performance.
And Bader was an idiot. That fight was pointless.
At 6'8", that man better be able to check kicks because Poetar is gonna chop that tree down. That's all he's gonna. He won't. He may not even punch that dude. He literally just might kick him into oblivion.
Yeah.
Man. Realistically, I want to see John Jones.
Yeah, John's the only one, and I don't think John wants that smoke right now.
Yeah.
I think John's retiring after the Stipe fight.
John has the ability, though, to at least change the terms of the fight in terms of everybody who fights Pereira, they basically have to fight at his pace, at his terms, because if you don't, that means you have to do something to change it, and that means getting close. So everyone just fights at his distance. I don't know that he could do that to John, though. John usually, all of John's fights had basically been fought on his terms. Even ones he was unmatched in or seemingly unmatched by a bigger person. Like, they're all fought on his terms. So that would be fun to see because those two, like I said, they both fight fights on their terms. So whose terms would that fight be fought on? And that's basically who would probably win that
It'd
fight.
be a staring contest.
For the first round, yeah, probably almost exclusively. There would be some kicks, some checks.
Maybe this is just like kind of wishful thinking on my part, but I think this is like the trajectory it will go. John Jones retire. Pereira continue his tear through. He beats Aspinall. I think it'll wake up the sleeping giants. It'll entice him out of retirement. Money's going to be thrown because it's going to be like Ngannou all over again. It's the next best thing after Ngannou, in my opinion.
Yeah. If Alice can find a way to fight like 2 or 3 fights that the result of those fights actually have us talking about him being one of the greatest of all time. If he does it fast enough, he can still catch John. John will be like, nah, fuck that. Because that's one thing that John always likes to talk about. I'm the greatest. And if that gets questioned at all in any way, yeah, he might come back for that. But it's going to have to be quick. If you wait too long, he's not going to come back.
I think though, and on the flip side, real quick, I feel like the longer it'll be more in his advantage against John Jones, too.
You think it'll be more in John's favor the longer?
No, in Pereira.
Yeah. Oh, of course, because the older he gets and the further away from the sport he gets, yeah, that's you come in against a guy with that power and you've been rusty.
Mm-hmm.
No,
even if he is past his prime,
and to go with Mike's, and to go with Mike's plan, he's kind of got the next 3 fights lined up. You've got the Roundtree fight. You're going to get the winner of Rakic and then Kalaev. And then after that, that's probably when he makes that jump to heavyweight to fight Aspinall or whoever might be the champ at the time. And then after that, that'd be the John Jones possibility.
Look at this fucking mark. Shut up, Toop. It was good, partner. Yeah, so
it's there.
Absolutely. It's going to be fun, man.
But
I don't think we're ever going to get that, though.
Possibly. If anything, I hope he gets that heavyweight belt. I just hope he gets that heavyweight belt.
Because if John wins the belt, maybe he'll stick around. Is that what you're thinking?
I would just like to see somebody be a potential 3 division champ. That'd be changing, record breaking. You know what I mean?
Especially to do the heavyweight version, the heavyweight part of it last.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And he had the size and the ability to be able to do all 3 too. To start at middleweight, genius, because that's where your arch rival is. move up to light heavyweight and have the time of your life. And then
yeah,
to
too.
go to heavyweight.
Maybe he is a scam artist, but also he's that fucking great, though. My fault, Jay. Go ahead.
You're good. I said what I needed. We're good. But just to finish off, because we all went on our Alex tears, that's fine. The rest of the 307 card, it's not complete yet, but they've released every fight on this card's looking good. Looking good too. You got the bantamweight title. Juliana Pena is finally going to fight for the first time in I think 2 years herself. Yeah, she hasn't fought since July 30th of 2022, and she's going against Pennington for the bantamweight belt. Wonder Boy versus Joaquin Buckley, that's going to be an outstanding fight. Jose Aldo versus Mario Bautista. Kevin Holland versus Roman Doldize, I think his name is. Aljamain Sterling is going to have another featherweight fight against Movsar Evloev, and then Kayla Harrison's getting another fight against the top-ranked Ketlin Vieira. So 307, this card, 306 and 307, we have 3 great pay-per-views coming our way. We're going to hopefully have a great card at the end of the year at 309, and we're going to have something in November, obviously. So, yeah, this is beginning of the year was a meh, kind of meh, but we're ending it really strong, and it's entertaining, and I'm glad we're getting some fight cards we all like. I'm still with Mike's plan about, hey, let's cut down on the fight nights, not let's do one every weekend. But other than that, I mean, they're giving out some heat. I'll take it. You guys got any final comments?
Do not believe. When do we want to get back on? We got some events coming up, so when you want to get back on, we should probably get on after, not tomorrow, but after this event. We're gonna want to talk about how everything plays out. Thinking next week, next Friday.
I think. Give me 1 second. Let me do a little quick thought process, real quick. No, God! No! God, please, no! I am. Damn. That's a good one.
They should have never given me these. It was a bad idea.
I'm off work next Friday, so yeah, I'm down for next Friday.
That's what's up.
Got the Michael from The Office.
No!
God, no!
Oh man, at least I love that. We always laugh here, man. I'm glad. I hope you guys come to enjoy the MMA talk, but also just the stupidity.
Because if we can't make each other laugh.
If you can't laugh at yourself.
I laugh at myself all the time.
You gotta get the one with the brother but
I had it. I lost it. I don't know. Yo, I had it queued up for something earlier, and then I lost that shit.
brother
Oh man.
Now you gotta play a time when Jake talks about the heavyweight division being the greatest division.
Brother. Oh man, that's funny.
Get out of here with that whack ass argument.
It was terrible. So bad. But
hey, what another man thinks is whack is another man's. Never mind, that sounded weird.
Man, you be setting yourself up for these, bro.
Where are my favorites? Anyways, yeah, not good.
Shout out to everybody that was in the comments. Shout out to you two for doing the last minute show. I really needed this. I have a shitty ass week. I'm sure we'll be hitting up the chat afterwards, and we'll be yelling obscenities and all sorts of dumb shit for the fights on Saturday. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your night.
Even though I hate SpongeBob.
Well, that one hurt.
Yeah, that shit's funny. Even though I fucking hate
Living
SpongeBob.
like Larry. Oh, great.
Yeah,
we got Doodle Bob in the room.
Y'all ever heard the Pedro song?
No, what's that?
Patty Pimblett's walkout song.
Is it? That'd be great.
No. Patty Pimblett definitely has the best walkout music, though.
Vote for Pedro. What's his walkout music?
Who?
Patty's.
It's a mashup. I'll send it to you when we get off.
All right, Took, appreciate you. Shout out to everybody who's in here. Dale, Diggs was in here. Took was in here. We appreciate y'all. Khalid, stupid. Yeah, shout out to everybody who watched but didn't comment. We had up to like 20 people in here watching at one point, so we appreciate y'all. We will be back hopefully next Friday. I'm going to say it now so that we can disappoint you guys then. But in the meantime, hopefully we can stick to it, and we'll see you. Watch the event tomorrow so you can have plenty of stuff to talk about and tell us, or mostly Jake, how he's wrong. And
Damn.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Next Friday, see y'all. All righty then. Come a week.
Find this podcast and others on STWFTV, the Podcasting Network, wherever you get podcasts.